Congratulations, miss. It seems to be girl. September 5th, 1867 in Henniker, New Hampshire. Hello, my name is Amy Marcy-Cheney. I was born on September 5th, 1867 in Henniker, New Hampshire to my lovely mother, Clara Imogene Marcy-Cheney, who was a talented but amateur pianist and singer whom I gained immediate inspiration from and decided to become a child prodigy. I'm sorry, what did you say, my child? Anyway, I then proceeded to master the art of reading at the age of 3. Okay, I understand it now. Oh my gosh, how are you doing that, Amy? It turned out Amy was actually a child prodigy at the piano. What? You can compose too? It turned out that Amy was also actually composing her own music as a 4-year-old. Anyway. Since you're 8 years old and you're clearly out of my pay grade, we've moved to Boston so you can study with lead pianists and hopefully play and be recognized by famous orchestra, Boston Symphony Orchestra, which would be odd considering that you're only aged. I'm not sure how you'd be seen, but I'm sure it'll happen. You're a smart cookie. Anyway, I hired lead pianist, instructor John Piano to come and teach you. I hope it works out. Bye! And so hired instructor John Piano showed up at Clara and Amy's new house in Boston. You know, with the amount of progress you're making now, you could be recognized by famous orchestra, Boston Symphony Orchestra. Also, watch where you're going with those fingers. 1, 2, thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that equals 8, so you can do your whole major scale. Well, that was somewhat pointless. You know what? Screw this. I can teach myself how to play and compose better. From that point forward, Amy Beach self-taught herself music theory and composition and blah blah blah. Time skip. What about me? Don't you think we should talk about me? 8-year time skip. Amy Beach has in fact been recognized by famous orchestra, Boston Symphony Orchestra. Wow, I can't believe I'm performing Chopin's Concerto in F minor for famous orchestra, Boston Symphony Orchestra. I can only wonder what marvelous works I'm going to accomplish in the near future. Yes, we do too. What the? Sometime after the performance. Dearie mistress, I must say, that was quite the performance you put on. My name is Henry Harris Aubrey Beach, born 1843. I am a physician, surgeon, Harvard professor, and amateur singer after being completely influenced by a rather stellar performance. But you just saw this one. Actually, I have long been watching your performances, and have admired your skills for an extended period of time, even though that's kind of creepy since I'm in my 40s and you're like barely 17. Nevertheless, I'd like to get married to you now. I'm sorry, what did you say? Yay! Amy Cheney becomes Amy Beach because his last name is Beach, even though that's kind of creepy and definitely underage, but nobody's going to notice because it's so... Now that we're married, I think I'd rather you stay home and refrain from performances and focus your attention on composition, since I have a really big hunch you could really excel in this area. Foreshadowing. I might be a bad husband for this, but really I'm not sure, because I don't really care either. Okay. I will now proceed to leave and probably die or something. Actually, I have this really good idea. Let me go and try it out. A couple of years oh, come on, that makes me talk every other scene! I had this really good idea for this song called Mass in E-flat, but I'm not quite sure it's fully working out. Hello, Amy. We heard a lot about you from our sister organization, or maybe we're not at all related. Anyway, we're going to take your magnificent work and play it. Come and see it soon. Huh, well that just happened. Wow, my Mass in E-flat, which is really quite mid in reality, is being performed by sister organization handled Hayden Society, which may or may not be related to famous orchestra, Boston Symphony Orchestra. I can only wonder what kind of marvelous works I'm going to... Okay, after some heavy, not really heavy considerations, we've decided that we're going to work in close partnership with you. Also, you've become the first American woman to achieve widespread recognition as a composer of large-scale works with orchestra and whatnot. Oh, wow, I mean, that's amazing! Also, we've spread your name to all of our friends, and you will now be making more money than you probably need, receiving commissions from various orchestras and groups, which won't really matter because your husband kind of sucks, and will probably make you donate, like, all of the money to charity or something. Anyway, you'd better get to work. I've got all these commissions. The dimes are just flowing in. Good thing we haven't had something like an, I don't know, Great Depression to spike costs and make living here in the United States nearly impossible. Amy dear, what special work have you been up to lately? Oh, you know, with all these commissions I haven't had much time to... That one. What? That one right there. We want to perform it in 2 years. Come along and play piano with us. Oh, okay. It turned out famous orchestra Boston Symphony Orchestra really liked the Gaelic Symphony. Wow, I guess the background song was really just my Gaelic Symphony I composed. What brilliant foreshadowing that was. I couldn't have done it better myself. Too bad I can't perform like this all the time. I suppose I'll spend the next 15 years doing commissions for various groups and orchestras, even though my husband kind of sucks and makes me donate like all the money to charity. 1910. Thank you, wife, for always abiding by my rules and regulations. I enjoyed your performances. Harry, no! 1911. Mom, no! Well, I guess that means I get to perform without being stifled by my husband, now ex-husband, considering he's dead now. Let's go on a tour! Amy Beach goes on a tour around Europe to establish herself as a musician and a composer. She returns to America in Petersboro, New Hampshire. Well, I'd say I've lived quite a life. I had to return from my tour a little early because of World War I, but at least I'm safe now. I also joined this silly little group called the McDowell Colony, and I think I'm gonna stay there and compose the rest of my music from now on. Also, I became a founding member of the Society of Women American Composers, which will probably lead the way for new and upcoming female musicians all across the board. I don't know, something like that. 1941. Well, it turns out the Great Depression did happen, and now we're in World War II, but I've lived quite a long and happy life, and I have made several marvelous works, so I'm pretty ready to die now.
Daddy, who's that woman up there?
Oh, sweetie, that's Amy Beach. She was the first famously recognized female American composer, and made dozens of amazing songs. Her most known is one of your favorite songs, the Gaelic Symphony. She inspired many women and male composers alike, and her famous works influenced hundreds of modern-day compositions and composers.
Wow, I want to be a composer too, and I'm so inspired now that I've seen someone else do it. Where is she now, Daddy?
She's probably dead or something. Anyway, let's take you to get piano lessons!
Yay,